And we're on.
Welcome back,
Hello
Kaz.
and welcome to Adventures in Initiative. I am your DM and your host, Dono the Cleric. May my players please introduce themselves.
What goes on? I am Abel Pindropped. Abel Pindrop, Windiest Tale on TikTok.
I am the Drunken Monk playing Drakus.
And I am Shop Goblin playing Kazian Rivershield, the fighter.
And welcome, everybody. Who is going to be doing the review of what happened last time?
Not it.
I
Not
wasn't
it. I
here
already said
last
it.
week.
But you did watch the whole thing.
I listened to the whole thing in my drive. Okay. So last week, the party sent Samuel on his way to retrieve our crystals, and then started going to find Bones Jones, the man behind the massacre of Barry's family, and apparently the spreading of the anti-Fey red trees all throughout the island. While traveling across the island, the party and our ally, Lindia, were all tranquilized and knocked unconscious, and woke up in a pit, being stood over by a tiefling woman who apparently we had killed her husband. From that pit, we convinced her to help us kill Bones Jones, and then proceeded in that effect once she helped us out of the pit. We retrieved our gear, and combat ensued, with Lindia striking Bones Jones dead with quite a few wonderful little stakes. I believe that sums it up. Oh, and we ended with Abel having a complete mental breakdown, while Drakus and Kazian stood on watching.
No. Drakus is currently grappled with young Abel, holding him to prevent him from snapping any further.
And Abel has thrown his ring that he holds onto his hand into the fire that Bones Jones' body is currently burning in.
Yeah. Kazian is just staring and standing.
What an eventful episode.
So, shall we dive right in?
Yes, who would like to start?
Well, I would be stroking young Abel's hair, trying to calm him.
Because that's not weird.
Yeah, as we ended last episode, Abel's just kind of like sitting there very calm at this point, a bit catatonic style, staring into the fire of Bones Jones's body, kind of mainly focusing on the ring, waiting for the fire to die down so I can retrieve the ring again.
Yeah.
Lydia is also standing in like complete silence and just watching the flames go. She has also got a little bit of a shocked look on her face because things did not turn out the way that she wanted them to.
Yeah. Kazian is kind of still shaking off that poison they knocked us with. So as the combat's coming to an end and he's kind of just been standing there in a daze, he realizes what's going on and is immediately going to check around his neck.
What are you looking for?
The thing that he never takes off, you know what it is. Is it still there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, and he, considering Drakus appears to have Abel pretty well handled, Kazian's gonna go and, double check, make sure everybody got their gear, and see if he can find these coins that we're supposed to be finding so we can get to the next island.
Okay, so as you guys can remember from last session, you guys are in a room full of chests. It is where they kind of keep things till they're ready to put it somewhere else. Barry is not in this room. Jenny, if you remember correctly, is the green tiefling. She jumps down from the wall and comes down and says, "All right, we need to go get your things." They should be in Jones's net cave.
All right.
Which these are all your like magical things that she's talking about. Well, actually,
what's in this chest?
I thought we had already got.
Which one are you going for?
I got my wraps back.
My understanding was there was a chest that we hadn't opened in the that's like tent supply thing that Abel had snuck into.
So you're able to go and look at all the different chests. There's nothing. Well,
Stay away from the mimic chest.
yes, there's that.
There's a mimic chest?
That was the chest of interest that seemed rather interesting and odd when I first snuck in.
That was the one I was addressing. Did we confirm it was a mimic?
No.
You can't. Go ahead. Find out.
I'm going to take my halberd that has reach, so I'm standing 10 feet back, and poke it.
Nothing happens.
It's not a mimic. It would have stuck to it if it was. So I'm going to go and just kind of pat my hand on it while staring in the direction of Dracus and Abel.
So as you go,
Wait,
look
sorry,
at
I have to. Metagaming pigeon.
So as you go to touch this chest, it is different from all the other chests in the room. You're able to actually open them all up. There's not really much in them except for maybe like some different types of weapons, like hand crossbows, and like supplies like firewood, etc. like that. They just kind of use this for organization purposes. But within this chest, you open it up and there's nothing in it except for what seems to be small symbols and arcane lettering.
You cut out on that last bit.
Arcane lettering.
Okay, so it looks like... Wait a second. So it looks like the inside is like carved and marked with arcane stuff?
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah, Kazian would go to Jenny and just be like, unless you can tell me what the hell that thing is, go ahead and lead on, and hopefully we'll be able to find Barry intact. Otherwise, I don't care what deal India made with you. That bear's my friend, and I will avenge him.
Lindy is going to just continue on outside of the building, or out of the holding area that you guys are in. Jenny's going to come look at you and just say, I know where your friend is, and believe me, you should be fine. So she's going to take you out of the area. You guys are going to walk around from the top bit of the camp, following a trail into where there are actually a few trees. The road is clear. There is a circle to your left that looks like it's a bit of like arcane inscriptions, but she begins taking you to the right. There you see an area that is... Give me a second. You guys can talk for a second if you want. Okay, here, I'm here.
Yeah. Dracus, you gonna talk to Abel?
No, I'm gonna.
What? Dracus, you there?
Yeah, I got no.
I'm going to sit back and make sure he's doing okay. Just kind of watch him quietly.
Abel, are you sticking behind until the fire dies down?
Yeah, I'm sitting there until I can retrieve my ring without taking damage.
Okay, so Kazian, you and Lindia are the ones that are going to be going to go get Barry. Dracus and Abel, you are staying in the room where your stuff was being held?
Yeah, I gotta kind of keep an eye on the little fella.
Okay,
go on ahead without us, Kazian.
Okay,
From down the trail, you hear Kazian call, "Way ahead of you!"
So, Kazian, you come into an area where there is a 5-foot kind of cliff to it. There is a ladder to your right, and there are 2 holes within this giant tree that are up above there. There is also a throne that is there. Apparently, Bones kind of saw himself as very high within the ranks. There doesn't seem to be any goblins as you're walking by, or any noise coming from anywhere within the camp.
Okay. And you said, just to make sure I have a proper image in my head, it's a 5-foot raised space from where I'm standing. There's a ladder going up it. On that is the tree and the throne, and then there's some openings in the tree behind the throne. Is that right?
Yes. There are also trees all around you.
Okay.
This is
but
like the
this
only
is
area
like
within the camp where there is actually trees, and they kind of use the trees as like cover, or
okay,
kind of like a protect.
It's
It
not
seems
it's not the big tree that's behind the throne, right? The big red one.
no, it is the big tree. The big.
Okay, that's
tree.
what I thought. That's what I thought. So
Yeah.
it's the big tree, and then it's essentially a clearing with a bunch of trees surrounding it.
As you enter and you go up this ladder, Jenny being in front of you, you begin to hear some rattling and some shaking from within the tree, and a small chirp of.
Yeah, Kazian's running.
Okay, so you
like
run in.
He's pushing past her and just right to Barry.
Oh, I'm gonna say that Tamarin is with you guys as well, so you know.
I figured.
Okay, so as you enter into this room, your eyes dart right to the noise, and you see that Barry is in a small wooden-like cage. He is chewing on the bars. He doesn't seem to be hurt in any way. He's just kind of sitting there and kind of crying like a small puppy would within training, like kennel training or something like that.
Okay. Is it locked cage? Like, does it have a bar? Does it have a padlock?
Yeah, it's got like a little slip lock thing. It's not actually like locked in or anything, but Barry being owl bear doesn't know how to open locks.
He doesn't have thumbs. So
exactly.
Using my special half-elf thumbs, I'm going to open it and pick him up and hand him to Tamarin, who I can safely assume is just going to be like, "Oh, it's okay, Barry," and start, cooing and kind of trying to calm him down.
And that's exactly what she does. After you wake her up from being distracted by the mere fact that there is a pile of gold in here.
Kazian's priorities are right where they should be. He went for the pet.
Exactly.
I would like to explore this pile of gold and items and see what I can find.
We will get to that in just a second. I'm going to go back to Dracus and Abel. Are you okay with that?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Dracus and Abel, as you guys are there, you begin to see the fire die down from the area around you. It is now, or Bones has now decomposed into what is like his fur is burnt. He still has his skin and charred, and you can see the tattoos on his body, but his clothes have been melted away. And the ring is there sitting right where you left it, Abel, and it has a slight glow to it from the heat that is given off from the fire. What are you doing? Hello?
I'm going to continue to sit back and just survey Abel quietly.
Okay, so Abel, what are you doing in this situation?
Did we lose?
I totally forgot I was on push to talk.
Oh my god.
I just saw the picture. That's wonderful.
So the ring is still glowing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to use one of my bolts. Pick the ring up with my right hand with one of the bolts so that I'm not actually touching it, but I'm using the bolts to hold on to it. And then lining the bolt up with the tip of the ring finger that I was wearing it on my left hand, sliding it on so it falls back into position.
Okay, as you begin to do that, the ring is picked up by the bolt. You bring it up with your left hand and you bring it to your, I'm guessing like your middle or your ring finger, whatever one it would
Ring
fit
finger.
into, and it goes to slide down. And you feel a slight warmth coming from the ring, but it seems to be cooling down quite quickly. It does burn you for 2 points. And you char your skin just a little bit where the ring lands on your finger, but it is back onto your hand.
Okay.
Bet that felt good, youngin.
After that, just kind of like big sigh. Abel will get up, kind of like put his hand on Dracus's head, and solemnly follow where Cassian and Tamarin went.
We should.
Okay, so you guys go off and you go out there. You guys begin to see, like, as you look and you kind of survey your area, you see outside to the front of this fort where you can see the trees over top of the fencing, and you begin to see the colors of the trees change to red. And you also begin to see the dancing lights that you saw earlier with Lindia.
You mean they changed to green?
Yes. Did I say?
Okay.
You said red.
My bad. Yeah, they're changing to green. They're red.
I forgot to add in one thing. I want to double check. On Bones' last game, we found 2 healing crystals, his green greatsword, and 20 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay, I am dragging the greatsword along with me as and everything else as we go to catch up with the remainder of the crew.
Okay.
Also,
I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry.
Just housekeeping, because I forgot to ask last week. At the beginning of last game, Dracus and Cassian each got 1 standard healing crystal from Samuel, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. I will add that to my inventory.
Okay, so Dracus, you see Abel pick up Bones's great sword and start to drag it towards where everybody else is. You following him behind. And I'm going to come back to Cassian. Cassian, please make a investigation check for me.
Alrighty.
Give me just a second, guys. I'm
And
gonna
I'll roll
back
one
out
for
and get
Cam as
back
well.
in.
What did you say, Dono?
I'm rolling one for Tam as well.
Okay.
What is Tam's intelligence?
Let me check her sheet. Wow, that's...
I just saw
Sorry,
the Barry picture too.
I'm
awesome.
trying to open it, and it's really small. She has a +0 on investigation.
Okay.
But a -1 intelligence?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's D&D Beyond generated, so it's +0, so it's a straight roll for her.
Okay. So she rolled a 14. What did you get?
I rolled a 12.
I should probably get into the dice roller to see your guys' rolls.
Might be a good idea.
So you got a 12. So you find altogether 500 gold pieces.
Let me put notes.
A green, or not a green, sorry, yellow crystal. And give me 1 second. You find a ring with a rose on it, on top of it.
Anything else, or is that it?
Your loud keyboard.
This is the quieter one. But Donna is.
Remember my other thing.
Oh, okay. I do not find any of those coins we were looking for.
You do find one of them. I will say that. Tamarin, on the other hand, while digging through the piles of coins, does find a large great hammer or war hammer. And the description of that is that it looks like it has basically a small anvil on the top of it for its head, and then a lock on the bottom.
Okay. Once we've thoroughly searched the chamber, I would start taking 10 minutes at a time to cast ritual cast identify and figure out what everything is.
Okay.
Abel, you and Drakus come and find them going through this pile of gold, as you can hear, and Barry will come and run up to
Abel and come and kind of tackle you a little bit and give you a hug and a little peck on the cheek.
Oh, it's so cute.
And you just hear Barry go.
Okay. Abel does not smile with us. He's still kind of like solemn, expressionless. He's lightly pets him, but then kind of like slightly pushes him off to the side, gets up and continues walking over towards Kazian.
I turned to Kaz.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Drakus.
How much of that came through?
Absolutely none of it.
I heard I turned to Kaz.
And I say to him, this would be a nice haul if we could get the hell off this island.
Well, if it helps, I did find one more of these eagle flight coins.
Means we only need one, right?
Abel, you begin to hear a small whisper. Like kind of like the wind breathing or blowing by you. And it's coming from underneath of the throne.
Okay. I'll mental note that real quick, but go up to Kaz kind of very solemnly and offer towards the green greatsword that I got from Bones' body.
Okay.
What's this? What's this thing?
Abel does not respond. He just kind of like, and being as the height difference, he's very much so holding it by like the hilt, leaning it up to you, just kind of like offering it towards you.
Okay. Kazian's going to take it, easily lift it, and just hold it on his shoulder until he can find a way to carry it more comfortably.
Okay. So you're casting Identify on all these items that you found so far. And it takes 10 minutes per item.
10 minutes. Right? Yep. 10 minutes per item.
So you get the first one done. And what one are you doing first?
I'd start with the yellow crystal.
Okay. So the yellow crystal, you identify it as a crystal of haste. Which is basically a potion of haste. It's just in a crystal.
All right. I'll make a custom item for it.
Okay.
And then I would proceed, ring with the rose, and then the warhammer, and then I would also do the greatsword. So we're going to take about an hour here of me casting this if you guys want to do anything else.
Yeah. Anybody else want to investigate through the gold pile?
I'd, after kind of doing that, want to go over and sit in front of the throne there and just kind of listen to see what else I hear.
So that's the rose for you.
I just rolled a 19 for my investigation.
All right, Drakus.
I got all right, Drakus, and that was it.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the other stuff that I got. You find 3 greater healing potions. Did I already tell you guys the gold count?
500.
Okay. You find 10 pieces of platinum.
And I'm just noting all of this in game notes for us, okay?
That works. You said 10 pieces of platinum?
Yes, 10 pieces of platinum. And you find what is a basically it is a metal rod with a chain that has a rock attached to it. You don't know what it's from. And it looks like a very broody weapon.
This is kind of crude.
Abel, are you going to go check out the throne at all?
Yeah, I said I was going to go sit in front of it.
I missed that.
No, it's good. I handed the sword off to Kaz.
Check. Sorry, I'm like talking over you. That's my bad, dude. But yeah, do an investigation check for me, Abel.
21.
Oh, nice. So you go, you look at this throne, and you begin to look around it, and you find what is a black dagger. It is serrated. It is made of a very like dark stone. It has like bluish wrapping around it, and it gives off a kind of intense feel to it. And you can definitely tell that it is some kind of magical thing. You guys also see Barry go into the pile, and he finds 2 more coins, or 2 more of you guys' tokens that you need. I said that you guys found 1, right? Yeah. So he finds 2 more.
Yeah. So 2 eagle flight coins. And what was the other thing that you found?
Abel, are you talking to?
Yeah, I'm just trying to note everything.
He found a black kind of rock-like dagger. So this is for the hammer.
I got black kind of rock-like. And if you're putting stuff in, please put it in game notes.
Sorry, I am doing that now.
Nice.
Yep, there you go. And then I'm just going to throw you the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, feel free to just toss it all in there. And then I was just trying to note what Abel found, unless he wants to note it.
And then I have to go back and find the great sword really quick. So talk
Yeah, I know. Personally, I actually just wrote it onto my character sheet here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I've just been trying to track everything so we know, especially because I think we just got a huge magic item haul.
Yeah, that would wholeheartedly agree.
Hey, Rogue, do you want a dagger? How about a dagger that reappears in your hand after you throw it?
That sounds fucking awesome.
Well, it's about
there it is.
You guys
All
caught
right.
up with the magic items.
I'm gonna burn those hand wraps. No. Yeah. So we can kind of, let's see. We got the ring.
Just talk among yourselves for a second.
We got the crystal, which I gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna make that in D&D Beyond, because there is actually not such thing in the SRD or SDR as a as a potion of haste. So we got a metal rod with a chain with a rock attached to it, the ring of roses, the Stoneforge hammer.
The rock one's going to take me a second to bring that up because I lost its information a while ago.
Okay,
that's from when I first
what
made the
what Abel found was the shadow glass dagger.
Yes, sir.
I assume that's his then. And is it literally? It's the boss blade. I have a boss blade.
Shit. I'm very happy with this dagger, in all honesty.
Oh, no duh.
Yeah, that's
Holy crap.
pretty roguish, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. I'd like
I thought you would like it a lot.
3d4 plus, what is it, 2 damage in total, plus sneak attack?
3d4.
Yeah,
Plus
3d4 plus 2.
plus sneak attack.
Plus your dex.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Plus my dex.
Which is a plus 5.
Yeah.
So 3d4 plus 7 plus your ridiculous sneak attack. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why rogues are broken.
Yeah.
And we love that reason.
Thank you, Dono.
Oh, don't thank me yet.
Yeah, this boss blade's going to be interesting.
I wholeheartedly expected it was.
Unless we're fighting like giants, the boss blade isn't super useful to me. So this might be a hold on and sell item. Now, if only we had a bag of holding.
That would
Hold on, I haven't gotten to check the thing yet.
I know. And you have the highest investigation.
+4, yeah.
Oh, you're not too much higher than me. I'm a +3. I just rolled like crap.
Yeah. Well, if I roll a 1, I re-roll, so.
Yeah, but you always have a chance of rolling a second one.
Yeah.
I'm a +0 for my investigation. I just rolled real nice.
You're a monk. That's fine. But no,
Okay, so Abel, did you roll?
No, I have not rolled my investigation for it yet. I was looking at my new dagger.
Well, actually, I will let you use the same investigation that you do. You make it to the very bottom of the pile, and you find a small bag. Kind of like a satchel.
Small satchel.
Well, okay, it would be considered a little big to you, being that your small stature and whatnot.
Magic items do resize to their carrier once attuned.
That is true. You find that all the gold is kind of spewing out from this bag. Or I guess coming out, not spewing. That was wrongly put.
Yeah, well, that's good. I understand.
Oh, hey, a bag of holding.
Can I, try to put a handful of gold into the bag? See what happens? Push it in?
Sure. You pick up about 25 gold in a small handful, and you just dump it in there, and it just kind of disappears.
Hey, Abel, what you got there?
A bag.
Well, I just finished identifying this dagger for you here, and let me take a look at that.
Okay. I'll trade him.
Yeah, I'll safely assume you handed me the dagger to identify it, so you know everything it does.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys do a switch of the items and everything.
I'll take 10 minutes.
Tamarin really likes the look of the flower ring, so she's going to take that. And as she takes it, a rose blooms from her hand, and it is of an orange and yellow color.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I like it.
You're going to use it to woo some people, aren't you?
We'll see.
Tell me once 10 minutes is up.
So you take your time, identify this. It's been a long time, and it's not a bag of holding. It's the have a sack. I don't have the stats in front of me.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Give me one second.
It's
I
the
can pull it up
smaller
and I
one.
can
It's
read
the one
it.
that would be able to hold all the stuff, but not give you
Yeah.
an unending amount of
Well, they're both limited. It's give me a second. I'll pull up the haversack. Heward's handy haversack. So I'm assume this is in character voice.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see. It's extra dimensional space. Can hold side pouches can hold 20 pounds of material, not exceeding 2 cubic feet. The large central pouch can hold up to 8 cubic feet or 80 pounds of material, and only weighs 5 pounds. Quite convenient. I would say Abel should carry this, but first he flips it inside out. Do you know what happens to a haversack or a bag of holding when you flip it inside out?
I know. You see the 25 gold that Abel put in there fall out. And then you see another simple healing crystal come out.
All right, so another
and
simple.
3 more platinum.
I passed the simple healing crystal to Abel. My lad, I know you've been through a lot, but this might be something useful in the future.
Thank you.
And you said 3 more platinum?
Yes.
All right. Well, it seems to me we have enough of
got
these.
like a shit ton of money.
Yeah, we just got a shit ton of stuff. Let me do some quick math.
The question is, how are we going to divvy this up?
Well, it seems Abel likes the dagger. Tambrin likes that ring there. The sword and the hammer are of no use to you, but I'm not necessarily going to use them either, so let's put them in the bag for now and we'll decide those later. And then...
what about that rock and pole?
Yeah, I still haven't gotten that.
Yeah, that's gonna. I forgot to look that one up. I didn't realize it until after I looked into like my old game and like book that it was there.
Yeah, let's stick that in the bag as well because I don't think that's something of your taste. Now, is it Dracus?
Not really.
All right. And then I think this actually could be useful to you, and I'm going to hold out to him the yellow crystal of haste.
Okay.
Essentially, break it and you get haste. Or, I don't know. Ask the DM.
DM, question mark.
Yes. So yeah, you get haste. It lasts for like an extra minute than what you would usually get from thing of haste. It's one of the few things that aren't really worth the price from the difference of a normal thing of haste and a crystal haste, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anyone object to me keeping these greater healing potions?
As long as if needed, we can snag one from you, but I don't mind.
I'll share, but as a frontline fighter, we should probably keep those amongst us. Don't you think there, Kaz?
We'll distribute potions evenly. How's that sound? That's how we always did it in the Kraken's Fist.
That sounds fair. I'll accept that.
Above game, just because it makes it a little easier, we have 630 gold, including the 13 platinum. Do we want to give Lindia money?
Go ahead and add 20 to that, because I'm going to throw the 20 gold that I found.
You found another...
Yeah, from Jones's body.
Ah, right. So we have 650 total.
You guys now have a channel for your haversack material.
Thank you.
Thank you. And above board, are we just going to divvy this up after the session?
You guys can do whatever the heck you want with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking above game, because it's easier than having us actually work it out in game without Ellie being here.
That'll work
are we giving Ellie gold? It's still over 100 gold no matter how we divvy it.
She's one of us now.
Okay.
There is no
everybody
escape.
gets 130 gold.
Okay, I will. Someone please message her. I'll
I
message
will.
her
I
later.
will at Tambrin and Ellie.
Okay, sounds good. All right, you guys take all this gold and you just put it right into the bag, and it goes from like this big pile to just now it's just 3 dudes and 2 girls in a room just looking at each other, and it's empty. Oh, and an owl bear baby. You guys also look around and you see that Jenny is gone.
Gone?
Yes.
Well, she did say once the deed was done, she'd get out of our hair. So,
But we need to go bury her husband.
we never said we'd bury him.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
All right. Well, let's go find him and do that then.
So as you guys begin to leave, I'm guessing you guys are leaving.
Yeah, we're heading back in the direction that we have to go to. Where
I'd
we
like to
left
look
his
around
body.
for a couple of shovels before we leave.
Okay. Wait, what are you looking for?
Shovels.
Oh, shovels. Okay. You look around and outside of you guys begin to look around the camp area, and you find like 3 shovels. Nowhere in particular. It's actually, if I'm being honest, it's by the shitter.
All right, I grab a couple of them.
That was a joke for me.
Half of it cut out for me, so I missed it.
You guys found the shovels by the shitter.
Oh my god.
Ah, somebody was on latrine duty.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
I'm sure.
You guys begin to make your
Drunken
way
has some
out.
fond memories.
You guys begin to make your way out through the trail, and I need Drakus and Kazian make a dexterity check.
All right, Dex save.
Yes, sorry.
That's a 16 for Drakus.
And
Nice.
Nat 20.
All right, you guys begin to walk out, and there you, Abel is right in front of you, walks just past you, and then the moment that you guys touch the ground, it begins to fall downwards, and you jump right out of the way. You guys have discovered a single pit trap that is in the entire encampment.
I'm going to spit in it, walk around, and move on.
Drakus kind of catches his breath and says, "What the hell? I thought we were done with this crap."
It's because you're a fat lizard.
Pit traps don't go away.
I'm not fat, little man. I'm husky.
You're definitely a bitch, though.
Oh my god.
Above board, how close
Okay.
are we to this lizard shirt?
As you guys begin...
Not
Wait,
even.
what was that?
He was asking how close our bitch lizard shirt is for when we do merch, and it is not currently
We're
designed, but
almost
I have
halfway
somebody in
through.
mind.
We are almost halfway to our goal.
Yeah, we're at 120 odd subscribers on YouTube.
I think it was 22 last time I checked.
Yeah, that's what I saw earlier.
Okay, so continuing on. You guys begin to move out, and you see a bunch of fairies and fey dragons come in, and they begin to take over this encampment, and like they're throwing things around and just getting pissed off, and they're like, "Yeah, they're finally gone!"
Careful of the pit trap.
They're flying around. They don't give a fuck.
A little aside, did we find my poison bolts?
No, you were not able to find them.
Okay.
And we didn't
as
find
you
any
begin to
other poison
leave
bolts?
No, you guys weren't. Sorry. As you guys begin to leave, you notice that there is a watchtower up above, and you can see that there is a petrified goblin head just poking out from out. And they're not moving at all. They're just petrified, and they seem to be dead from what you've seen in the past.
Interesting.
These are those treeblins, as I called them a couple of games ago.
I like that name, so I might keep it.
I'm just gonna kind of poke it with my finger right in the middle of the forehead.
Okay, so the thing's like 10 feet up, but you go. I'm gonna say
I climb 10 feet to poke it in the forehead. No, I would poke it with the halberd.
Okay, so you use the halberd, you poke it in, it just kind of sticks into it like it would a tree, and you just pull it out, and nothing happens.
Huh. I wonder if these things were somehow connected to Jones. I mean, all the red trees are kind of going away, so maybe he was the thing keeping these alive, because wasn't he, like, worshipping some douchebag god or something? I don't know.
It was a god of the hunt.
Kazian's just kind of turn to Abel and be like, all right. What do you know about this god of the hunt? I don't think I've heard of him.
It was on the tree when we first got here, the symbol of the bloody hand. And I threw my hand axe at it.
Is that what that was? I just thought you were in a bad mood.
No.
It had something to do with lycanthropes, too.
Yeah, I kind of assumed as much.
So, you begin to see Lindia chatting with some of the fairies and letting them know what's going on, what's happening. And some of the fairies go and they run to the area where you guys killed Jones, and they confirm, come back to her, and she begins not talking again. She's saying this all in Sylvan, which I imagine none of you guys speak.
Kazian might.
Nope, only Elvish and Gnomish.
Really?
Okay. So all five of you begin to walk, and you go back to where you guys left her dead husband's body, and you find Jenny sitting there crying, and she's looking over his body, and she begins, like, as you guys are walking towards her, she begins digging out the hole for his grave with her own hands.
I walk.
Go ahead.
Drakus, you're cutting out again.
Walk up to her, place my hand on her shoulder, look down quietly, and then just start digging with one of the shovels I brought.
Okay. You guys begin to have this moment of solidarity and just like silence and just this bit of peace to
I'm gonna
allow...
as I watch them dig, I'm just gonna cast mold earth and just move a 5x5x5 cube up and out of the hole that they're digging.
Okay, you very quickly, in this moment of silence that they're having and respect for the dead.
Oh no, I would give them the moment. I would give them the moment and then just quietly, calmly, trying not to disturb Jenny, just, dirt out of hole. Work's done.
They put the work in to dig the hole because the whole silence is supposed to take that long, and you just, in 5 seconds...
I would give them a moment of silence, okay? Stop trying to take my, cool spell thing and turn it into me being a dick. I give them a warning, and then I do the job. God.
What a dick.
I forgot I could do that. It's not like you would have dug more than...
I started digging.
It's not like you would have done more than a couple shovelfuls before Kazian would have pulled that.
Okay. Now that I'm done laughing. Okay. Whew, give me a second to breathe. Whew. Okay.
Cass is a dick.
He forgot he could do it. He was practically a walking zombie last game. Give him a break.
Practically, you were. We forgot about you.
I know. For fuck's sake, those goblins wouldn't have been able to warn him if you'd let. Remember, he would have summoned Halberd and just cut him in half.
I was thinking Halberd would be in the frickin' thing, and then Donna's like, "Oh yeah, he just summons it and it pops into his hand."
Yep.
That would have been nice to know.
I thought you remembered. I did it 2 games ago and the game before that.
I've never.
Once I had that power,
I've never used that before.
It's a cool thing.
It's
Anyways, yeah. After giving Jenny a moment of silence, and after Dracus has done a few shovel, Kazian just kind of. And that doesn't even take time. That spell is an instant, so it's literally just like dirt moving like flowing water. My face hurts from smiling. Not even kidding. Oh.
God. Okay. Jenny is very silent and just says thank you. And her and Dracus begin to lower the body into the hole.
Kazian's gonna look down at Abel and just be like, "Give him back his horns, lad."
I did not take his horns.
Who has his
The
horns?
wife has the horns.
I thought we hadn't given them back yet.
She had taken them from you guys when you had been put into the prison.
Okay.
The jail.
Yeah, I didn't take his horns, and I'm waiting for a good moment to jump in for what Abel's doing for all of this.
Okay, I'm holding back the temptation to just kick the body in, so.
Okay, great.
That's above game.
Asshole.
No, Kazian isn't an asshole. Mike is an asshole.
Okay. Excuse me. You guys lower his body. Kazian, I imagine that you put the...
yeah, once...
Sorry, my finger slipped. Give her a second to be able to say a prayer, say a few words underneath of her breath. You guys aren't really able to see this.
I wait for her signal and then fill it in.
She throws some dirt down there, and then she gives you the nod. You move the earth back onto his body, and she takes a second to take some of, like, basically to mark a grave. She then, out of quietness, just kind of bows her head. And you guys begin to see the lights, or the trees light up. And you begin to see what seems to be ghostly entities coming out. And Barry next to you perks up and has a little smile as he begins to turn to one. And he, like, chuckles happily and begins to talk with some. And then you begin to see the spirit of her husband come up and look down at her. And Lindia turns to you and says, "It's Barry's parents." And then you begin to see these mystic forms become more solid. And you begin to see this tribe, this clan of owl bears turn and begin to walk away into the sun. Her husband gives her a kiss for the last time and leaves with them, giving you each a nod in thanks. Jenny is on the ground crying and says thank you.
The last thing Kazian's going to do before we walk away is he's going to use mold earth again to form a headstone that in common clearly reads, "Here lies Creed, beloved husband, honorable combatant." And then turn and just walk.
Okay.
Drakus is just gonna turn and walk away, just silently. He
You're cutting out again. I'm sorry.
stupid push to talk. He has feels, so many feels, so he quietly turns and walks away.
Is he visibly emotional? Like to the point where Abel and Kaz might notice it?
He's ugly crying right now.
I wouldn't say I'm crying, but my face would say I'm upset.
So it would be visibly emotional then.
Yes.
Yes, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I think Kazian's just going to kind of note that, and then he's just staying quiet and thinking to himself. I'm guessing we're making our way back to Samuel's camp.
Yes, Lindia's leading you guys there, and she just kind of looks at you and says, "Are you guys ready to go?"
What time of day is it at this point?
It's close to sundown, like sunset. You guys have a little bit of light left.
Perhaps we take a rest for the evening and set out at first light. I don't know if I'd really like flying into an island at night.
Lindia agrees. She's like, "Okay, whatever you guys are comfortable with."
I don't much fancy flying at night either.
All right. So you guys set up your camp for the last time. Who has tents, by the way?
Me and Drakus, I believe, were carrying tents.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys set up your nice tents that you got from the island. You make your time. You guys set up a patrol. Nothing really happens besides you guys begin to hear like partying from the other side of the island from the Fae and the joyous of everything being taken care of. And yeah, you guys wake up. It is the morning. You guys have all had.
Before going to
Give me
bed,
a
Abel wants
second.
to do something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, kind of separating myself from the party a little bit. I want to go, kind of like sit down somewhere, at least 40 to 50 feet away from anyone else. And then just kind of like focus of like, Abel right now. Okay, one down. Now we have to get my sister, right?
I'm guessing you're trying to talk to Pin.
Yeah.
You're not really going to hear anything. You begin to hear the wind kind of like flow and stuff within your silence, and you just don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I have been working you kind of hard recently, so I guess that now is a good time for you to rest. It was a nice funeral earlier today, right, Pin?
Silence.
Hmm. At that point, Abel would spin himself around, so that he is facing away from the party, and then just kind of like, he'd softly kind of start sobbing to himself, and until he pretty much passes out. just from exhaustion of the day's events.
Okay. As you begin to go to sleep, you hear, "I'm sorry, but for the next couple days, you're on your own. But I'll be back."
Okay. Passes out.
Dracus,
Yo.
in your dreams. Actually, can I have everybody else leave the chat? Besides, obviously, Drake.
Just mute your headphones is my advice.
Dracus, as your night begins and you go to sleep, you begin to hear a voice come to your mind. And within your dreams, you see two purple eyes dash around while you are in darkness. And you hear, "So, we have a chance to meet again. I wonder, will it end in bloodshed or companion?"
Do I recognize this voice?
Make a intelligence check. This voice
No, I do not.
doesn't quite seem familiar, but it has a ring to it that it's a weird thing of like it could be familiar or it sounds like it's something different, but they seem like they may know you.
So they definitely know me.
Yes. Are you going to try and say something back?
Yes. We've met before.
Long before you were young and still with your family.
At that, I'm going to kind of get enraged. Say, you don't speak of my family.
I don't have to. They ended by my hand. And boom, you wake up.
Holy fuck. I'm going to wake up kind of in a fright, but I'm going to be visibly pissed off to the rest of the party. And I'm going to immediately start writing in my journal. Okay, they're all back.
You have sweat, you are scared, and you have a taste and a scent within your nose that is just wretched. But you're like pissed off in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, you are waking up in the middle of the night, by the way.
So I'm the only one awake then.
I mean, there would be somebody on watch at this point. So I'd say it's whoever took second watch, which would
be
either
Kazian.
Okay.
I walk up to Kazian and I just tell him, just go to bed. I've got it from here.
Kazian's just gonna give Dracus a look and then just nod and be like, "All right, wake me if you need anything, brother." And then he's gonna go lay down on his bedroll.
Okay.
So after he goes and lays down, I'm going to go to the nearest stoutest tree and I'm going to just repeatedly punch it just kind of relieving some tension by training.
Surprise, it's a mimic.
Haha!
Shut up. It's a
Hashtag
living
mimic awareness.
The tree is living. It can't be a mimic.
Actually, I do need you to make a dex check.
You forgot it's a Fey forest.
Oh, fuck, I did.
Let's see what this roll looks like. Oh, that's an 8.
Drakus, as you go to punch this tree.
Your finger slipped, Donna.
As you go to punch this tree straight into the middle of it, it punches you back. And...
Wait. Hey. We got to get descriptive here. Is it like a branch comes down, or is it literally the bark forms a fist and comes out of the middle?
So right from the middle of it, right where you hit, as you go to wheel your hand back for the second punch, you see just this branch come straight from the middle of where you just hit, and it goes straight and knocks you straight in the face, taking, 8 points of damage right to your freaking head.
Well, it's a good thing we're taking a friggin' long rest.
You're going to need a longer rest, buddy.
So Kazian wouldn't have fallen asleep that quickly, and I have a passive of 14 on my perception. Would I have noticed this?
Oh, yeah, you would have heard him get hit and him go, "Oh, fuck!"
Yeah, I would have cried out in rage at that point.
Kazian's just going to stick his head out of his tent and be like, "You sure you don't want me to stay on watch, brother?"
I snap and say, "Go to bed."
While you're holding your face, just
all right,
kind of nursing it.
And he's gonna go back to sleep.
Okay.
Just there's a little text bubble. Kazian will remember this.
Okay, well, that'd be the rest of my watch.
Okay, so you guys go through it. I imagine that you find Abel. You have him take his last bit of a watch. As you guys wake up, and Lindia comes out of her tent, and you do not see Tamarin come out.
What?
You don't see Tamarin get up in the morning. Lindia tells you she got up. She said that she was going to the restroom. And then I heard the coin go off. And yeah, I think she left.
That bitch left without us?
She went back to her circus, didn't she?
All right,
Lindy
then.
goes, I don't know.
Well,
But she definitely did seem sad.
let's get on our way then, boys. Maybe we'll catch up to her one of these days. Who knows?
All right, so Lindy is going to change herself into
I'm going to pack my
a
tent.
falcon. And look at you. Oh, wait, before she does this, she needs to tell you this. So the command for the coin is you flip it up into the air and you say feather. Which, Kazian, you would probably know this from the actual identification.
Identifying it,
I
I would know.
I totally forgot that part. Sorry.
No
Actually,
worries.
no, you didn't identify it, did you?
No,
Freaking
I didn't.
Samuel
I
did
never
the
identified the
identification.
coins.
That's right. My bad. So yeah, you would know.
Yeah, so no, we wouldn't know.
Okay, so I take that back from that. Sorry, y'all can fuck off. But yeah, so basically she says that
Okay, Kazian needs 5 minutes behind a tree.
What?
I'm
She looks at
5.
you and she says, "Go take care of your business."
Oh God.
Anybody else need to pee before they go?
That sucks. Tam left. I could use some help with this broken nose.
You broke your dragon nose? Dude,
I
that
didn't
would
get
mean
punched
that
in
your
the face.
face is broken.
Your entire face is your nose.
Oh, that's right. Well,
That's
my face. I don't look the prettiest as it is, so you could say my face is broken.
all right.
The Dragonborn who forgets he's a Dragonborn.
All right.
I forget the anatomy of a dragonborn. Not that I'm a dragonborn.
All right. But yeah, I'd say we get camp packed up, and then once we're all ready, we flip our coins, right, guys?
Correct.
Yeah.
So you guys actually do have... Oh, who's taking Barry with them?
I believe Abel was going to take Barry because he's the lightest, so we're not straining an eagle.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys flip your coins, activate them, and you see this very large bird that actually is large to your person. It is of the right size of you. Abel, after seeing both Kaz and Drakus flip their coin and seeing that there was a bird that is of different size but to their body type, you realize, oh, I should probably flip this with Barry in my hand. And you flip it and you get a bird that's quite a little bit bigger than that. And yes, that was the correct thing, Kazian.
Perfect. I'll put it in the haversack.
Okay. You begin to get on your birds, and Lindia changes herself into a falcon. You guys come up into the air, and you begin to just fucking soar. These things are going 600 feet per second. Or 600 feet per 6 seconds. Per round. These things are fast. And Lindia is actually having a hard time keeping up.
100 feet a second, huh?
600 feet per... Yes, 100 feet per second.
Yeah.
So Lindia is having to be in front of you guys, but she's you guys are constantly catching up to her, so she's having to put some strain into it. Drakus, also, I need you to make a con save because of last night. You did have to you did strain yourself a little bit, and I want to see if you actually got a full rest. Okay, you're good. That was an 18.
Yes, it takes me a second to get back to the screen for push to talk. It was an 18.
Okay. As you guys begin to fly towards this island, you guys are actually looking down and you see the ocean, and you begin to see dolphins flipping up from the air. You also see what seems to be large tentacles and what also seems to be a giant jellyfish into the ocean.
I spit on it and flip it off as we speed past.
Oh,
Fuck you! That was our ship, you bitch!
You guys do not see any remnants of the ship that you guys came in because it has been a couple days since you guys have actually entered onto the island. Everything is kind of washed away. You make it to what is the last few thousand feet, and you can see the island coming into view as you see two separate things of land conjoined by a bridge in the middle of it. There is levels to the island where there is a giant building on top of what seems to be a hill. It is accompanied by a few towers and whatnot. But this is basically what you can see. If anybody wants more information, please roll a perception check.
Ooh, that's one of my good ones.
22.
Oh, damn.
Also 22.
Oh, damn.
Oh, nat
everybody
20
got
for
like-
Dracus.
Holy
Oh, we
shit.
all rolled a 22.
Holy shit.
How the hell does that happen?
Wow. That was awesome.
Don't question it.
That is the most intensely awesome thing I have ever seen. So, fuck.
We see
let's
everything.
describe this entire fucking island to you. Okay.
Start
Fucking
describing,
hell. Okay.
DM.
Let me get my grid out, okay? Fuck.
Send a picture.
Okay, Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Talk to yourselves about the island for like 5 seconds.
Remember to put it in game notes. Hey, what's
yeah,
that
fuck
giant
off.
tower over there past the mountain? It's been said in character voice. Now it's canon.
TikTok, DM. TikTok.
I'm putting this on my Instagram because that is just an amazing party perception roll.
I'm going to put it on my Twitter as well.
All right, so they should be sending right now.
All right, let's
The
see what
first
it looks
one is
like.
kind of like what the view is coming in. The second one is like the half of, because you specifically said around the mountain. So here's this.
I made a joke. I didn't think it was real.
I hope you guys can't read the handwriting because I totally forgot to cover that up. But don't read that shit.
Okay, so it's essentially two islands, one that appears to be mostly the city and docks, and then the other one that is more city and docks, or is that forest?
So the other side, it is actually full of houses. So the left side is very full of houses. It is docking. That seems to be like more, not really shipment ships, like where they would send like large loads, but actually more of like, oh, that's somebody's own personal boat, etc. The other side of the island, that seems to be where there's a lot of business, and a lot more people will hang out around there to buy. Yeah, like you see like a bustling, and you see guards over in that area, and or small people. I guess you wouldn't see guards, but like you see people within armor and whatnot as you're. Holy fuck, dude! How are you guys seeing this shit from so far away? God damn!
As our eyes retract back into our heads and
Exactly. Okay, but yeah, this is a little island of just a lot of people. As you guys begin to come closer and closer, Lindia then begins to dive down with her eagle form. You guys dive as well, and you make it into our shit. Okay. Let me take a second to look up this stats really quick.
And it's 30 dire bears.
but we're flying. Literally.
That's why I made the joke.
Yeah, I know. For anybody who's watching this on YouTube in the future or live, that's a joke from TikTok where all of us are giant D&D nerds.
Giant is an understatement.
So you guys see from the very top of you, or not from the top, but below you, waves begin to form together and come up. And you see a giant watery fist come and try and punch you out of the air. Lindia is going to jump in front of it, and you're going to see her crystal that she has around her neck glow, and this then fist dive down and go back into the water.
Yeah, fuck
guys,
What the hell was that?
What the hell?
That was Lindia talking in a falcon kind of voice. You guys dive down. Lindia jumps right onto the dock. Your guys' birds fall down and enter onto the water and slowly skim across and begin to slow down. And you make it to the docks. They begin to swim over and park themselves. And then you jump off, you get onto the dock, and poof, the birds are gone. You guys have now made it to Enterous. Congratulations, you guys.
Well. Yeah, are there guards like rushing towards us or anything? Are there people kind of looking at these rather motley group of adventurers landing on giant eagles?
On a giant bird that just kind of...
Actually surprising. There is there's people looking around and seeing you guys and just being like, what the fuck is going on here? You also see a guard dressed in full armor come up to you guys, and they go to Lindia, seeing that she has a crystal around her neck, and says, what's going on here? What are these weird guys? She begins to talk to him, explain the situation, and say, I believe Samuel came beforehand, and I can't do her accent for the fucking life of me. Basically, she explains that Samuel's there, and the Lord of Enterous should be waiting for them. And he should have set up some other things. So the guard's going to not be like, oh, yes, thank you. Come with me. And he begins to escort you guys up towards the foot of the hill area. And you guys see very different looking people. You guys pass some warehouses, what seems to be a large building. Actually, are you guys wanting to look around before I say like everything or whatever?
Kazian's head would be on a swivel as they're walking.
Make perception checks.
Let's do it again, guys.
Yeah, I would also say that Abel is like doing his damnedest to like pay attention to anything, and if anything jumps out as like absurdly interesting to him, he's totally gonna ditch this party.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Dirty, mucky 20.
Abel, you find nothing.
Oh my god!
Oh god! So Abel,
I find nothing either.
Except for just like a bunch of fucking people just coming by you, and this place is like busy. There's people with a different kind of dress, and it's just amazing. And your little boy eyes be like, it's in a new area. This is weird.
Dono, it's understandable he can't see anything. His head is at everybody else's knee level. They're blocking the view.
Right?
Yeah.
Drakus, you don't see.
You're just at everyone's crotch.
You're still nursing a little bit from the nose thing, and you begin to feel the swelling, and you notice it just a little bit more after landing and realizing, oh shit, my face hurts. Oh,
I need a drink.
After we meet the Lord of the Island, maybe. I could use one myself.
All right. You guys are okay. Kazian, let me explain what you see. You see what is a building to your left as you pass these big warehouses that are just off the docks. There's a big building to the left, seeing a lot of different people that seem like they may have been traveling here, because they're differently dressed than others. It is a hotel, and you see the words SHH, or the big letters SHH. You don't really get to see like the smaller letters of it, but you imagine that this is there's a gentleman at the door holding it open, closing it for other people. You also see a building to your right where there seems to be a guard stationed there, and few guards coming in and out as well. You are brought to the stairs of this large hill, and the guard begins to take you up, and higher and higher and higher. There are actually a few levels to this. You make it past the first steps, and there's a level that is just full of what seems to be towers, just lookout areas for the rest of the island. From what you guys can see from your end, or from what you can see from your end, there is also, it seems to be like there is a building that comes up and over on top of this hill from off of it farther away. And then you go up to the next level, and there you are in front of the Lord's house or city hall, whatever you guys believed it would be. The guard knocks on the door and says, "We've got travelers. Samuel came beforehand." I've changed this guard's voice like 3 times now.
It's okay. It's a guard.
I know.
He doesn't have a name. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Cassian, you also notice the guard and what he's wearing. He is wearing scale mail armor, but he has a very interesting looking shield. It is clear. It is, but it also has tints of purple and pink within it. And from just like what you can see, or what you know about it, it is probably magical.
What does it appear to be made out of?
Crystal. He also has a short sword to his side.
Mate, what's with that shield of yours? It's quite interesting looking.
They're given to every god. It's normal. I'm not really able to tell you much more than that. Fuck.
What's your name?
We don't say names while on duty.
Really? That must be helpful to citizens that ask for help.
Well, you can always look for a god for help.
I look at him and say, "I don't care to know your name."
All right.
Well, thanks, nice. Mate. Thank you, faceless, nameless guard.
I'm Abel Pindrop, and this is Barry.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just imagining, because of the size being about right, Abel is riding Barry.
Barry is kind of like sitting next to Abel, and he's just a little bit like, it's very different. If he were to ride Barry, it would kind of be like putting a baby onto like a small, like 2 to 3 month old German Shepherd. It's not gonna really cooperate with you.
Okay. I'll keep my head canon and it will eventually become reality.
I know. But Barry's still quite young and not really wanting to, like, he'll wrestle and play with you, but he's not going to let you ride him quite yet.
We look like 2 very odd gay fathers with our child and his pet.
And
don't forget Lindia.
And our hippie cousin. Okay, please continue, sir.
So you guys are brought in front of this very large building. It is very nicely built. It could even resemble what you guys would imagine a small castle would look like. It is like shining. It is adorned with jewels. And you got the guard knocks on the door. It is opened up, and there's a gentleman dressed very nicely that it comes to the door. He is kind of like, it's a penguin suit. Gets the idea. He's a servant, obviously. He comes to the door and he goes, "Hello, sir. May I ask what you are doing here?" Guard comes to him and says, we got pre-made fucking whatever it is. These guys were told beforehand that they were coming. So, by Samuel. Oh, alrighty. Come on in, gentlemen. He then, like, smells you. He goes, and gives, like, and he's trying really hard not to gag. And
Kazian's just going to kind of look down at this butler. Actually, how tall is he?
He is about 6'1". So
Okay.
he's like an older
He's a couple
gentleman.
inches shorter.
Yeah, he's an older gentleman, very well, like he's fit. He looks like he's probably like seen his days, and this is kind of his job to kind of be like, oh, I'm getting old and I just kind of want to help people out. I've done enough in my life that I can just take some orders and run around the house.
Now, Kazian's gonna look at him and just be like, you try getting shipwrecked on an island and then having to fight your way to survive for, I don't even know, 4 or 5 days now.
While
You come
Kazian
out smelling like a peach.
while Kazian says that, can I sneak behind the
Try and
the
rob
guy?
the guy.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Could he have advantage with me helping?
Do you want to give him advantage, or do you even see him doing it?
I would say I'm unintentionally distracting him. I would call that a DM roll. I'm just asking.
Sure. Get advantage on it.
Okay, well, my first roll is a modded 20.
We say dirty 20 here, boy.
You're
Remember
right, but the next roll is a
There we
26.
go.
26. Fuck me. All right,
With
yeah.
your
The
ridiculous
gentleman
stealth.
doesn't see you at all coming past him and coming around. I'm just going to roll for the guard really quick. Okay, the guard doesn't see it either.
Now let's try that sleight of hand out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, you guys are taking me very, very wrongly, actually. Actually, I'm waiting. I just wanted to take the opportunity while he has to look up slightly to look at Kazian. I'm just like, okay. I'll walk in. What do I like? Take a quick survey of the immediate room and then stand right behind him, looking, facing the group, kind of right behind where the guard or where the butler is.
So you want to know what the building looks like from the inside, just from like the front entrance?
Yeah, like quick survey.
Okay, roll a perception check then.
Come on, Abel. Call it what you're really meaning. A quick appraisal.
Of course. You said perception, so please don't fuck me this time. 14.
Okay, so you see what is a long hallway, and there are 3 doors to your left, 3 doors to your right, and then there's a big door right at the very end. It is about a 50-foot long hallway, and each room has a label on it. You can't really see what the labels are just from your quick perspective. The walls are very well painted. They are kind of shimmering metallic look. You don't really know whether or not it's like copper or gold paint that they use, but it's very nicely done.
Okay. Abel's thinking to himself, this place would probably burn really nice.
All right, and then you turn around and you look right. Do you?
I forgot about arson.
Or did you think that to yourself?
No, I think that to myself. I said I think that to myself.
God.
Okay, good.
That was me above game. I didn't say that in character, but
Alrighty.
I forgot about arson.
Sometimes Wendy's voice is just a little too close to Abel, so.
Yeah, no, I tried to precede it with I said.
Oh, yeah.
I thought.
My
I
bad.
thought, not I
must have
said.
misheard
But
that. My bad.
it's good.
Yeah, he said it.
So,
but yeah, I'm just now standing behind him, waiting for the guy to respond.
Okay, so the gentleman then turns around after talking to Kazian for a second. And
Well,
just,
no,
like,
what's his
getting that
response to
input.
Kazian? This is my entire purpose of doing this. What's his response?
He looks at Kazian and he goes, "Fair."
All right, as soon as he says fair, I want to smack his ass and go, "Damn right!"
Oh my god.
Drake's gonna start laughing at that.
Kazian's gonna pinch the bridge of his nose and just glare at fucking Abel. Just be like, please excuse my party member. They're idiots.
The guard's gonna look at Abel and be like, touch my shield.
I'm sorry, but I know what that shield does. This is gonna be good.
What do you do, Abel?
I take a healing crystal out and throw it against the shield.
That counts.
The heal?
Make him roll it. Dono.
Okay,
Make him roll an attack.
Fuck. Because you don't have improvised weapon. Okay. So you go and you tap the shield with the crystal. You throw it.
Well, no. I said I throw it. I'm nowhere near the shield.
You are within a room next to it. Please make a dexterity check.
Oh, thank God, dex save.
Or save.
You said dex save, so...
Yep. It's a save.
Oh my God! Yes!
Thank God. No, thank God you didn't add damage to what that shield does.
Okay, as this crystal hits the shield, you just feel your feet come up from underneath of you, and you slip and you fall prone right to the ground, and you just slam your face into it.
Ow.
Cassian's gonna pick up the healing potion and put it back into Abel's bag.
Oh,
Just
I love
wow.
this party.
Just
I walk over and I extend a hand out to help Abel up.
Yeah, I take it and get up.
Cassian's just gonna look at him and be like, "You kind of earned that one."
Maybe. I wouldn't 100% say that I earned it, but fair enough.
Yeah, here's your healing crystal.
I lean down and whisper in Abel's ear, "That was kind of funny."
Whisper back, I know, right?
By the way, this whole time Cassian's slightly shaking because he's trying to keep this like soldier trained to be appropriate persona in front of the guard and the butler. But he's shaking with his contained laughter because, oh my fucking God. So he's just got a kind of a little shake to his shoulders.
Okay, I'm content with what I wanted to do.
Can we go meet the Lord
As
now?
am I. Okay, so the butler comes in front of you guys, shows you to the big door. He whispers a few arcane words, and both doors just open up slowly. And there you see a elf-like gentleman sitting at what seems to be a court room top, doing paperwork. He is very well dressed. He has like a judge's cloak over top of him, but the courtroom is fine wood. The chairs are also painted, and it is a very nice courtroom. It is very beautiful, and the gentleman looks up and goes, "Oh, are you them?"
No, I'm able.
Yes.
You're able.
My lord?
Able to do what?
That's his name. His name is
Oh.
Abel.
That's confusing.
No, it's not.
Shut up, Abel. Literally, Cassian just out of the side of his
really
mouth.
not
Shut
that
up. My lord, my name is Cassian Rivershield. This is Abel Pindrop and Dracus. Do you even have a last name, Dracus?
Not that you people need to know.
All right. Dracus, not that you people need to know.
Fucking fabulous.
And this is Barry DeBar Reaper.
Last name.
And Lindia, nice to see you again. Are these the people you found on that island? She's gonna be like, yes, it is. It's good to see them again. Do you guys have any paperwork or anything that I would need to see just to know why you're
Abel,
here?
the letter from the Queen, if you please.
Yep, take that out, hand it up to Kaz.
And I hand it to the judge, Lord dude.
All right. He comes, he looks at it. Sorry, excuse me. His voice is a little straining. He begins to whisper to himself. Oh, the Queen. Really? All right. All right then. Well, it's gonna take a second. We need to get your crystals, your gems, basically, that go around your neck and everything. They have your identity and stuff delivered from the Queen really quick.
Yeah, Samuel had explained that.
So it's gonna take a little bit because of incantations and stuff. I believe Samuel.
How much is a little bit?
Let's see. There's.
I believe
I
Samuel
thought there was
said
5 of you.
Yes, one left. Last night we assumed she came here or went somewhere else. We have yet to see her.
Well, that's sad. But I never really got to know her, so I don't know how the emotional bond is, but okay.
Right. I believe Samuel said it'd be roughly 2 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. It takes about 3-4 days to make the incantation and things like that. But I think he left when he got here and gave me the note and let me know, he transported all the way back to the island. So it wasn't like a fly or anything like that. All right. Well, you did leave me a little sum of money to give you guys a hotel for the next couple nights that you're going to be here. So, we have 2 on the island. I'll let you guys kind of decide what to do with it. And he's going to bring out like a pouch and throw it onto, or actually just like toss it down to the servant. Servant catches it. He actually catches it kind of in the air, and he brings it back down to his hand. Like, it stops in the air, and it comes down to his hand. And he turns and hands it to you, Kazian. He then smells the air, and he's like,
yes, we could do with a bath.
Well, we have a lovely bathhouse here.
Okay.
And a stiff drink.
Eva's.
Yes,
she's quite nice.
Bath, then drink.
Good. You guys could probably use a little cleaning up, too, with the faces. I mean, you guys could get a haircut or something like that. I don't know. There's a whole deal thing going on.
We'll explore a town.
Okay, cool.
What are the inns you said?
Sorry, what?
You said there were some inns or hotels or something?
Yes,
I'd like a place to stay.
We have 2 here on the island, mostly because it's for travelers. They're quite big. It depends on what you want. We have the Mister's hotel and tavern. And then, it's right next to the Mrs., but I don't know too much about that. And then there's the Sea House Hotel, which I believe you saw coming on your way here.
What's the difference between the Misters and the Sea House?
The Sea House, you're there as long as he's blushing a little bit and whatnot, but
is it a house of pleasant affections?
Yeah.
Oh. Kazian just gives Dracus a look like, and then looks at Abel and is like, no, I don't think we can stay there.
Abel's gonna like lean over to Kaz. The fuck's he talking about?
I'll tell you when you're older.
That's a bullshit response.
You're a child, shut up.
All right. If you're looking for a drink, there's the toadstool. I will say this. No fighting in town.
Didn't plan on any.
Okay. We have a strict rule against that. Crimes as well. But fighting is one of our biggest things. If you need to get some anger out or you got a personal thing, go to the bar. You can work out your problems there.
Oh, great. They're pray the gay away, people.
What?
No.
Go to the bar? How did you get pray the gay away
Are
with
you
go to
saying we
the
can
bar?
fight in the bar?
Is Drakus saying that like in person, or are you saying that to ask the DM?
Let's just say I said that in person.
Something like that.
Hmm.
Just go get your hotel first before you spend all your money on drinks. All right.
Let's go to, I guess, the Mister, and then the bathhouse.
You're gonna take, and he looks down at both, Barry and Abel, and be like, they seem a little young, and they don't have any stables for the bear.
The bear can stay in our room. He's well trained. But didn't you say the Mister was the one that wasn't a house of pleasurable affections?
No. The Mister is the house of pleasurable. I mean, like,
So the sea
it's
house
kind of not, but it's next to it.
is the Mister a hotel or a brothel?
It works with one.
But it's a hotel.
Yes.
The sea house is just a brothel. Yes.
No, Sea House is just a hotel.
All right, let's get a room at the sea house. We'll lock Barry and Abel in, and then me and Drakus can go and visit the missus.
I second that.
Oh, why do my characters always end up in brothels?
Okay, well, let's go.
We're going to go to the hotel and the bathhouse. Thank you, Lord. I'm sorry, we never actually got your name.
Give me a second. I gotta look at my notes.
Okay. Wishing you'd made an adult character now, Abel.
I mean, not really.
The man has a girlfriend.
Well, no, I'm fucking married. It's more the fact of he can't even have a drink.
Well, I can.
The amount of like role playing that I have prepped for Abel's character is fucking phenomenal.
I know. That's the thing is, I
even
know
the
how much
surprises that I pull, like instead of like doing anything weird, just sneaking around and slapping someone's ass.
That was so fucking strange. No, it's one of those things. We all know how much you've already like shown for us with Abel, which I don't know about Drakus and Drunken, but at least for me, that makes me really worry about what you've done with Kazian.
Oh,
so I have the
definitely
name.
worried.
The name is Kreto.
Spell that?
Fuck you.
I'm supposed to type it in game notes.
Cratao. So Krato or Kreto.
Krato.
And Drakus, you know this to be draconic.
Do I recognize it?
It is a draconic name, and you think it's quite weird that an elven individual has it.
Oh, you fucking didn't.
What?
Things that I know about.
What is it? Huh? What is it?
Things me as a player knows, especially considering earliest and most enjoyable DM tips topics on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Also, what is the name of this island?
Enterous.
How do you spell that?
Enterous.
Enterous, got it.
I kind of look at the Lord and I say, Interesting name you've got there.
You too, Dracus. And he gives a little wink.
I just glare at him with this inquisitive.
Alrighty then. This is getting intense for me. Abel's gonna turn and just start leaving.
Okay. So everybody leaves and goes down the mountain. The long steps
the
just
sea house.
waiting. Yes.
Yeah,
To the sea house, you guys enter in. You find that there is a young gnomish woman there, and she greets you delightfully, going, "Hello, welcome. I'm glad to see some new faces here. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Yeah. After we dump our gear, we need to go to the bathhouse. Can you point us in the direction? And give
she's
us
gonna plug her
3
nose
rooms.
and just be like, all right, fuck,
How much is 3 rooms?
Can Abel walk up to the counter, put his hand? I imagine the counter's above his head.
Yeah.
Put his hands on the counter, like prop myself up so that it's like my arms are running along the length of the table with my hands kind of under my chin.
Are you little kidding the counter? Where like you're on your tiptoes and your elbows and forearms are on the counter?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
And just kind of like with one hand, like kind of do a motion of like finger or whole hand, kind of like lean in closer, kind of thing.
She's already gagging. She ain't gonna lean in closer.
Just gonna kind of do this one or two.
You, and she's like, "What are your needs?"
Abel like leans in just as far as he can go and just goes, "I get myself."
God damn.
That's gonna
Kazian is going to pick Abel up by the scruff of his shirt, hand him to Dracus, and say, "Wait outside, you two. Don't go anywhere."
Abel's just dying of laughter.
Dracus is chuckling as well.
So she's just gonna be like, fuck, 5 gold each room. How long are you staying?
2 to 4 nights. I don't know how much gold the guy gave us, because you said he gave us enough for the hotel and didn't tell me a number.
So you look into the bag. I had my nose pinched for a second there to continue that, and I totally forgot. You open up the bag.
God damn it, Wendy.
And there is about, you shake it around, you look at it, and there's about roughly 50 gold in there. Probably enough for about a week or 2 stay.
So she said 5 gold per room, so that's...
And it's just like looking in there, there's just 50. Like, there's probably more.
Yeah, so I just place the bag on the counter, be like, this should cover our stay. If when it runs out there's anything or any additional cost, just ask. Which way to the bathhouse, and where can we dump our gear?
She throws you 3 keys, like doesn't even hand it to you. And
Kazian catches them.
Rooms are upstairs. You're the middle floor. And bathhouse is on the other side of the island. Not like on the other side of the bridge, but like others like
We'll find it. We'll find it. And I quickly start getting those guys up to our room so we can dump our gear and then head to the bathhouse.
All right, so you guys go upstairs. You dump out like all your gear and stuff. It smells. You guys begin to smell your gear, and it's wretched. And everything's like whatever's covered in blood is covered in blood still from the island.
Hey, no. Kazian has been cleaning his gear every morning. Thank you.
Well, now you tell me.
I've been saying it.
Have you?
Yeah, he has.
Okay, then I'm my bad.
Abel is gonna kind of like lean out of his room to the rest of the guys and just kind of be like, Would they be able to clean our gear and clothes at the bathhouse for us?
Clothing, things like that, maybe. There might be a laundry. For now, let's bag up anything that's dirty. I got at least a change of clothes. And my leathers are all clean, so...
I believe from the island you guys have a pair of nice clothes as well.
Yeah. From the shipwreck.
Oh, that's
There's
right.
a set of like nicer common clothes, but Kazian still has like his extra pair that he never put on.
Yeah, Abel will change into his common clothes as well.
So now that we're not all in armor...
Yeah, I don't have an extra set of robes.
I'll use... No, I can't do that, actually. Well, could I? Use some of my disguise kit on him, because that comes with extra clothing in it.
So your disguise kit, because you are a halfling, is based
all
around
sized for you.
your sizing.
I figured
It is a personal thing. Like, you have makeup and stuff like that you can use on other people, but when it comes to like the clothing and wigs and stuff like that, it's based around you.
I figured I'd try.
I would say that I think we can just take it as done that we locate cleaning methods for our gear and selves and no longer reek of dead Treblin.
Yes. Okay, so you guys get into some normal clothes. You find Kazian, you kind of give Drakus a shirt that he can use extra that you may have. It fits you kind of. It's a little tight, Drakus, being that
You have
you're
broader
larger,
shoulders.
Yeah, you're a larger build, you're more martial artist, you're like, it's just kind of how the Dragonborn build is to you. And you guys make it to the other side and close. Lindia is staying behind and just kind of enjoying the ability to just kind of stay in the room. She's going to tell you that she's going to go off, and because she doesn't smell as bad as you guys, because she hasn't been on the island as long. And when she shape changes, all of that shit's gone. Lucky her, right?
She's a druid, it makes sense.
Yeah, she's gonna go over to the bar and be like, after you guys are done bathing, come get me.
We'll come and join you.
Also, with
Definitely.
the slippery skin of the fish, of the trident skin, she's actually able to stay quite moist. All right, so you guys make it to the spa, and you see a sign that says Leva's Bathhouse. And right next to it, there is Levi's Cuts. You guys, and I'm guessing you guys enter in. It is a very, it is zen as fuck. There is bamboo everywhere. It looks like it came from somewhere else and is now here.
Interesting styling.
You guys come in and you see what is a half-elven woman at the door, or at a desk, and she says, "Well, hello and welcome. I am Leva. This is my bathhouse, and you guys are in need of it."
Yeah.
Okay.
Severely.
I see your clothes you're in better clothes, so I can't imagine what it was like beforehand.
Do you happen to know somebody that can clean armor and clothing?
If you want, you can bring it by.
Kazian holds up the bag of dirty armor and clothing.
The armor, you're gonna need to go to the blacksmith.
It's mostly leather.
I'd still bring it to the blacksmith. It looks like it's got some knits and stuff into it.
Right.
And she's trying really hard not to breathe.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but this is I have been planning this since the beginning of the campaign.
How about we talk after after we've showered or
Yeah,
bathed.
can we
That would be
go
good.
bathe, please?
You can pay me afterwards. It's gonna be 2 gold each.
We can pay two gold. Wow, expensive town.
There's a lot of in and out here, so it's a bit of a tourist area.
No worries. Kazian's literally just gonna walk in the direction she's pointing and toss 2 gold to her.
Okay, so she sees it. It goes onto the counter, and she says, "Thank you." You guys come into the back area. There is an area to kind of like.
I was just paying for me. They still got to pay.
Yeah.
I have a.
Well, I'm
plan
describing for
what I want.
Kazi. What are you doing, Drakus?
I'm right up to her, kind of hold out my 2 gold, air at her as I'm handing it.
Are you making her smell you?
Yes, courtesy scoop.
Fucking ass.
Well, I haven't even. Abel's gonna find the 2 dirtiest pieces of gold coins that he can find and muster from his thing, set them on the counter very cheekily, and slide them towards her, maintaining heavy eye contact, and then chase after Kaz.
I'm
We're doing
literally
like
imagining
the child's big-eyed, bushy tail, wondering what's going on, and just giving the coin.
I'm
Also-
literally imagining 2 gold coins that have just like dried goblin guts on them, and as he slides them across the counter, they leave reeks.
This is after I've courtesy scooped my smell at her, gave her the 2 coins, and followed you.
She's gonna charge you guys extra.
She's also gonna take like your armor because you guys brought that, didn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Like I said,
Okay, she's just gonna be like, she's gonna snap her fingers, her register like closes up and kind of disappears, and things just kind of like, you have the place to yourselves. There's nobody else here. Don't fucking steal the towels. I'm gonna run your shit to the blacksmith.
thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Tell him
Oh,
not to
don't
mess
take
with the
me yet.
insignia.
Will do.
Remember to breathe.
I'm
She
just
goes
imagining her
outside.
running as hard as
She runs outside really quick before picking up your stuff, and you just hear this. Like this.
mage hand 20 feet away from it.
Fucking dying right now.
So-
Then she comes back in, grabs the bag, and just starts running towards the blacksmith.
Our clothing is hazardous waste.
Point to the story. She wouldn't be running mine to a blacksmith. All I had was monk's robes. I'm unarmored.
No, it'd be my armor, and I believe Abel has armor, right?
Yeah, he has studded leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Drakus, then yours would have probably been staying at the hotel then. But anybody that had armor, it would have been going to there.
Well, I thought we were bringing it to get it laundered.
Yeah, we brought the dirty clothes to get them washed or to find a laundry.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay, then yeah, it would be with the blacksmith, and the blacksmith would just take care of, like, he's not really a laundry guy, but he takes care of armor, so he cleans it and stuff. So we'll see how Drakus's clothes turn out.
Well, it would have been Kazian's underclothing too, and Abel's, so probably 2 bags, one of armor, one of clothing.
So, okay.
So there's a bag of clothing sitting against her counter, seeping out blood.
And she'd probably just say, like, I'm going to run this to where it needs to go, and I'll give you the address later. Just fucking get in there.
Okay, so we're going to go take a bath.
God, this is taking forever. The amount of RPing that is going on in this session.
I'm okay with it. We've been going for 2 hours.
I know. So you guys enter into the back. There is a room for you guys to. There is a room for you guys to just kind of disrobe and get yourselves together for getting ready. There is a group of towels. You guys get ready. Then in the back, there is what seems to be a Japanese style spa. There, like
Japanese bathhouse with the hot springs.
Exactly. Yep. It's a hot springs.
Oh.
Rocks all over the place. You guys, there is the little like bamboo thing that goes up, fills up with water, and then pours back into it. There is somehow a fucking fountain or river or waterfall that is coming down full of hot water, and there's a roof to the place, and it is just fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I think Kazian's just soaking in the tub. Like he would go through the process. Okay, I'm going to reveal a little bit more knowledge than my weed. He would have gone through, scraped off all the grime, washed himself thoroughly inside in that section of the bathhouse for that, and then just gone and sat in the soaking tub.
Okay, so for those that didn't do that, as you guys enter into the water, it is actually perfect temperature. It's not like, it seems like to anybody that would have a maybe heat tolerance or something like that, it is just the right temperature for you to feel like you are comfortable and relaxed. The water begins to just kind of loosen you, and any kind of like dirt or whatever that you have comes right off and disappears. It is not floating around within the water.
It's magical.
You know, the waterfall coming from absolutely nowhere wasn't a cue.
Fair enough.
I question nothing. I just roll.
Okay. No, quite. It's okay. So you guys are in this bathhouse and taking a bath. What's going on?
Abel's mostly playing, but at some point he's going to kind of calm down, make his way towards Kaz, and I imagine he's sitting on something, so Abel would kind of have to find a place, probably standing on the same seat that he's in, that Kaz is sitting in, but still damn near close to as submerged as Kaz would be.
Yeah, Kaz is he's as submerged as possible. If it's his belly, if it's his shoulders, he's as.
You guys are able to like
as
kind of
well.
submerge yourself wherever you want to.
So why is Abel coming up to Kazian?
So, Kaz, the black dagger that that you looked at, was there anything evil about it?
Nothing that I saw. It wasn't cursed, if that's what you're asking. Why'd you ask?
I don't know. I found it because I think I heard it kind of whispering to me.
No, my identify spell would have revealed anything like that. You never know. I mean, my guess, especially where you found it, it might have belonged to that Bones guy, so it could be something beyond the arcane, fey magic or something like that. Who knows? Just be careful with it. If some weird shit starts happening, tell me.
I
Can do.
kind of lean across and ask the two of you, where do you think Tam ran off to?
Who knows with her? I mean, she wanted to get back to her job and her circus, but considering we're persona non grata in that city, who knows? I'm sure she'll turn up maybe in the future.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Dono, since we are pushing past 2 hours, might I suggest this is a good spot for us to end the episode with us just all soaking in the tub?
Yes, I think that would be great. Drakus, I don't know if you overheard what Abel was saying about the whisper or whatever, but you do remember feeling a pull towards your wraps when you got them.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you remember me feeling the pull toward my. I did. I guess I would have heard them. I'd lean in and I'd tell them about that feeling I got when I found the wraps.
So we're gonna end the episode on you guys kind of chatting into the pool or in the hot springs, and we will come back, and you guys will probably be cleaned up and on your way to the bar.
Okay.
All right, let's do outros.
Are you guys okay if I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I am Dono the Cleric. I am the DM for Adventures in Initiative, and I will be seeing you guys next week.
I am the Drunken Monk. I'm Drakus, and hit me up on TikTok, Twitter, and you should definitely subscribe to the Adventures in Initiative YouTube page.
And I am Shop Goblin. I play Kazian. I am Shop Goblin Props on Instagram, TikTok, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel, which is adventures_and_initiative. So you can catch us every week live.
And I am Windiest Hale, who plays Abel Pindrop. I'm not very special in comparison to the remainder.
You're very special.
You're very special to us.
Thank you, you beautiful man, you.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for Adventure Episode 6. The VOD of this will be up on YouTube Monday or Tuesday this week, and we hope to see you guys next time.
Have a beautiful day.
And we're out. And let me just end Craig.
Oh my god, Kawhi's